Okay, so we are making a cute little cookie sculpture today. And our artist for inspiration is Claes Oldenburg. He made a lot of food sculptures, like the giant hamburger. And so we're going to work with a half package of Milo Magic clay. So I just like to cut the ends off. And then cut it in half as even as I can. Okay, and then I'm just going to open this up at the seam. And then I'm going to break off a little piece for the white. That's going to be maybe about just a little bit bigger than the end of my marker. And then a bigger piece for the frosting, which I'm going to do green this time. Last time I did purple. Okay, so you can see how much bigger that is. And then the biggest part is going to be for the cookie itself, which I did brown because I thought that would come out a nice light brown color for the cookie. So I'm going to color it. And then, so flatten it out, color it, and then fold it in so that the marker is on the inside of the clay and it's not getting on my hands. Okay, I'm going to repeat this process. Usually 3 times is a good amount. So flatten it, color it, and then fold it in. So a good story to read with this might be the Hula Hooping Queen, because they were concerned about dessert in the story. Or also Maddie's Fridge, where there's a lot of talk about food in the story. Okay, last time. So flatten it, color it, and then fold it in. A lot easier to color it with the side of the marker than with the tip of the marker. Okay, so side works a lot faster and a lot easier. Okay, so that was my 3rd time. Cap up my marker nicely. And now I'm ready to mix. So I mix this by twisting it, pulling it, squishing it back together. So I will try to leave a link to the story in the description below the video. And I will leave the artist name for reference too. If you want to try to look up that artwork and the read aloud story. Okay, so now they've got this all mixed in nicely. I'm just going to roll it up into a ball. And you can roll it flat on your table if you want to, but it's easier for me on the video just to roll it between my 2 hands here. Okay, nice smooth ball, and then flatten it out. So that gives me a good circle shape for my cookie. I'm just flattening out just a little bit more. Okay, and then my frosting piece. Just going to flatten this out. And then, like I said, I'm going to color this one green. My green is not, it's getting a little dried out, I can tell. So I might have to color this a few extra times. It is a smaller piece, so normally I wouldn't have to color it probably 3 times, but since my marker is looking pretty dry here, I might need to do more. Can see the green showing through though now a little bit, which is a good sign. Okay, so flatten it, color it, fold it in, and then now I'm going to mix it. So just twist it, squish it, push it back together, pull it. Okay, so now if I wanted it a darker green color or a brighter green color, I would color it some more and then mix it up again. But I do like this color. It's a nice pastel green. So any color, of course, that you're going to mix with the clay is going to be lighter because there's so much white in the clay, and then there's just a little bit of color coming from the marker. Alright, so this is a nice color. So I'm going to roll it up into a ball and then flatten it out. And I'm just going to stretch it out so that it's a good size for my cookie. So just making it a little bit flatter and thinner. And just gently putting that on top. And then my last piece is just like kind of like a white icing decoration or a white frosting decoration. So this I'm going to roll back and forth into what's called a coil or a snake. So you've got a long piece. So I want to try to keep it even. So if it's thicker, that's where I'm going to roll some more. Where it's thinner, I don't need to roll more. So it can be hard to tell like just how long you need it to be. You can kind of stretch it as you put it on your cookie, or you can also just kind of double it up on top if it's too long. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of bend it back and forth, in and out along the edge of my frosting. There we go. So good luck with yours. Hope it turns out just wonderfully for you and that you have a great day.